Hey coaches, Coach Kempton here with SouthernChillFootball.com and System Overload. This is our second video log of our weekly video logs. Last week I did one on player characteristics, went over what we look for in the 3-3 stack for each position, and you can find that on our YouTube channel from last week. What I wanted to do this week with you guys is I wanted to share with you how we get from our 3-3 stack into our 46 bear package. One of the beautiful things, one of the many great things about our 3-3 is we're not just a 3-man front. We're a 3-man front, we could be a 4-man front, we could be a 5-man front, and we get into bear. Just all depends on how you want to do it. So we're very multiple in our 3-3. The bear is a great complementary package to our 3-3, and it's really simple to get into it. So just want to quickly, just cover a couple of basic formations with you and just show you, how we get from our 3-3 into our bear. So I'll put up our 3-3 first, just so you guys can see how we get aligned. Just a basic pro formation here. Okay, so there's our 3-3, how we would align. Our Vipers, our strong side end. So we're going to say we're a field-based team, so we're going to say that the field is to our left here in this diagram. So our Viper is our strong side end, our nose, our anchors, our weak side end, our Rover and our Will are our 2 down safeties. Okay, and then our 3 inside linebackers, the Sam, the Mike, and the Outlaw, our 2 corners and our free. So that's how we would align in our 3-3 stack. Now to get into bear from this, we move into it quite a bit, and sometimes we'll just line up in it. I'll show you how we move to it. So all we do here to get into bear is our 2 defensive ends, our Viper and our anchor. They're going to reduce down to 3 techniques. So our Viper moves down to here. Our anchor moves down to here. So there's your 3-0-3 inside. Okay? Our 2 edge players now are our Rover and our Will, our 2 down safeties. So those guys are just going to walk up to the line of scrimmage. Okay? Now they're going to be your edge players in bear. So there's your Viper, there's your Rover, and there's your Will. Okay, so there's your 2 edge players. Now we play bear a little bit different than a lot of the traditional versions of bear. The old Buddy Ryan days when it first came out, and I've been running it this way for almost 20 years now, and it's been very successful. So it's a little bit different, and we'll show you what the difference is. So for us, when we get into bear, we are always going to be +1 in the box. So if you have 2 backs in the backfield, we're going to have a 3-backer box. If you have 1 back in the backfield, we're going to have a 2-backer box. So we're always going to be +1 in the box. Now when bear originally came out, it was a run defense predominantly, mostly a 2-back, 21, 22 personnel type deal. But we've really expanded with it, and we play it versus 10 personnel, 11 personnel. We play it versus everything, to be quite honest with you. And it's been really good for us, okay? So when we get into bear now, our rules for our Sam and our I'm not going to go into detail with it. You can find this on SouthernChillFootball.com. You can find that on our 2D animation slides. We've got 76 2D animation slides, and bear is, I think we've got 4 or 5 different bear slides that go into detail, coverage, pressures, base rules and responsibilities. All right, but just for this vlog, I don't want to go too long here. Just give you some basic rules. The Sam and the Outlaw, their first rule is: do I have a tight end or don't I have a tight end? If I have a tight end, I go down and play him. If I don't have a tight end, then I'm a C split player unless. Okay, unless I have a certain width of formation with receivers. So in this case, for the Sam, do I have a tight end? Don't I have a tight end? I have a tight end. I come down, line up inside shade, heavy inside shade of the tight end, and I'm playing him man-to-man. Okay? Corners, we'll play press, bail, off man, pressed man, however you want to do it. We've played it all. They're playing number 1, man-to-man. Okay, so the corners rule is any receiver with width. With width means anything outside of a tight end, anything outside of a tackle, the number 1 receiver, the corners you have in man-to-man. Okay, he could line up here, 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 anywhere, wherever number 1 is, you've got a man-to-man. If there's no number 1 to your side, you become a C-split player. You become in the box, all right? So now, in this case here, we have 2 backs in the backfield, so we said, well, we're going to be +1, so we're going to have a 3-backer box. We get that 3rd player with the free safety. He is our adjuster, okay? The free safeties rule is 2 detached, got a man-to-man. No 2 detached, I'm in the box. Okay, so now free safety is going to come down as a C-split player, and when he comes down in the box, he's going to say, I'm down, I'm down. So to alert the other linebackers, whether it's the Sam or the Outlaw, the Mike is always in the box. He never leaves the box. The free comes down to alert those guys that, hey, I'm coming down. There's 2 backs in the backfield. We're a 3-backer box. The free safety is the C-split player. Okay? So this is what we look like. Man on number 1 with the corners. The Sam linebacker has the tight end man-to-man. The free safety and the Outlaw have first out to their side. Okay, so they're going to 2-way on the back. So if the fullback was to come out here, the free safety would take it. If the fullback was to come out this side, the tailback would swing, the Outlaw would take it. Tailback swings, free safety takes it. In this situation with 2 backs, the Mike has no pass responsibility. He's a free hitter, which is what you want versus 2-back set. Okay? The Rover and Will for us, we are bend and spill players off the edge. All right? So if we get any kind of a down block by the tight end, down block by the tackle, the Rover and the Will, we say you're going to take the air out of it. You want to come as tight as you can off of that, okay? And you're looking to spill all blocks. We're going to wrong arm everything, whether it's the fullback on power, whether it's the play side guard on a G scheme, whether it's the backside guard on counter. Those guys are going to be bend and spill players. Our 2 C-split players, now when I say C-split means the alignment. So they are going to split the C gap, all right? And these 3 guys, in this case, the 2nd level players, are at 5 yards. You don't want to be too tight. What I tell the guys, let the front do the work for you. Don't get caught up in here. You have no open gaps up front, all right? So if you get caught up in here, you can't get over the top to straight. So our straight contained player would be our free safety. He is flow read all the way, keen on the backs. So if we got flow coming this way, he's over the top, he's spilling. All right? Again, I don't want to go into real detail. I'm just showing you how we get aligned in it. If the tight end was to fan out on the Rover, now the Rover becomes a contained player, and the free safety would fit off the Rover inside on that. Okay? So the Sam has the tight end man-to-man. His eyes are fixed on the tight end. He's got him locked down in a 3 technique, wide 3s with the Viper and the anchor. The nose is in a 0. Okay, we will talk in the animations and more about that. Is how we play the nose. The Mike's a free hitter. He's keying fullback. He's keying backfield flow all the way. We're all flow reads in this because there's no uncovered linemen, so there's no lineman to read. Okay, so that's how we would align versus a pro formation 2-back. Let's go over here to still a 2-back formation, but now we don't have any tight ends. Okay, now here's how you apply your rules. If you apply your rules with this package, you're going to get lined up versus everything. Okay, so say field is to our left. All right, so we're deploying to our left, Lenny, whatever you want to call it, whatever your terminology is to get your guys lined up. Okay, so the Rover would be the edge player, the Viper would be the 3 technique, the nose is the 0, the anchor is the 3 technique, the Will is the edge player to that side. Corner, number 1 receiver with width, man-to-man. Corners on 1, corners on 1 over here. Okay, free safeties rule. Free safety, 2 detached, that's my first key. Do I have a 2 detached receiver? Yes, I do. So now we're going to take it. Okay? Coaching point here is we want to make sure we play on levels. We don't want to play on the same level to avoid the rub routes, be able to get over the top on that. So we play on different levels. All right? Now, we said 2 backs, 3-backer box. We're always going to be +1. So where do we get our 3-backer box here? Sam and the Outlaw. What's your rules? Do I have a tight end? Don't I have a tight end? Do you have a tight end here? No. Now I'm a C-split player. Unless the Sam would have a 3 detached or the Outlaw would have a 2 detached weak. Okay, so in this case, Free safety's got 2 detached strong, no tight end. Sam is the C-split player. Mike's in the middle, outlaw, no tight end, C-split to the weak side. Sam and the outlaw, 2-way on the backs. First back out to their side, man-to-man. Mike's the free hitter. Okay, Rover and Will bending. Sam and the outlaw are our straight contained players. Okay, so that's how we get lined up versus 2 backs with no tight ends. And now you go to some 1-back stuff. Okay, we'll go with 2x2 set here, traditional 2x2 set. Okay, field is to our left again. Okay, so we deploy to the left, Lenny, Rover, Viper, nose, anchor, Will. Okay, what's the alignment off of that? 1 yard outside of a tight end. Okay, we're going to tilt those guys a little bit. Okay, we'll talk more about that in another video and on some of our 2D slides. Okay, corners, number 1, man. Corner, number 1, man. Free safety, what's your rule? 2 detached. Do I have a 2 detached? Yes, I do. Free safety, 2 detached. Okay, playing inside leverage on all of these in man. Okay, now, how many backs do we have in the backfield? 1. So how many backer box are we going to be? 2. We're going to be +1 in the box. Okay, so how do we get our 2 guys now? We said the Mike never leaves the box. Okay, so the Sam is over here. Do I have a tight end? No. So I'm a C-split player. Okay, so there's your Sam. Outlaw, do I have a tight end? Yes. So now the outlaw is down in the tight end. Heavy inside shade, man-to-man. Mike, always in the box. We know if it's a 1-back, we're going to be 2-backer box. They're both C-splits. 2 backs, we're a 3-backer box. So here's your 2 C-split guys. Here's your bonus player is the Mike, okay, versus 2 backs. Now it's 1 back. Reason why I like this so much, it handles the zone read, okay? Most teams, when they run bear versus 1 back, are gonna keep the free safety high. Now, do we play some man free? Yes, we do, but in certain situations. I'm showing you the base way how we play it, okay? So now, if they wanna run zone read, we can handle it. If you have, or speed option, another big play that people want to run against bear. If you have that 1-backer look with the free safety back in the middle, and you get speed option either way, it's a foot race. Okay? You're not going to win those. So now we've got leverage as our 2 C-split players. Okay, so if they want to run zone read over here and do that, we're bending. Now he's your straight guy. There's your quarterback player. Okay? So that's how we would align versus a 2x2 formation. Okay, in bear. Now let's go to a 3x1 formation. Basic pro trips formation. Again, field is to the left over here. Okay, so Rover, he's our edge player. Will is our edge player to the weak side. The Viper is in a 3 technique. The nose is in a 0. The anchor is in a 3 technique. There's your double eagle inside. Okay, corners. Number 1, got him. Number 1, got him. Free safety, 2 detached. Do I have it? Yes, I do. Free safety, 2 detached. Got it. Okay, now let's go to the backers. Sam, Mike, and the outlaw. Sam, do I have a tight end? Don't I have a tight end? I do. I'm down, I'm playing it. How many backs in the backfield? 1. What's our backer box? 2, +1 in the box. Okay, outlaw, do I have a tight end? Don't I have it? I don't, so I'm a C-split player. Okay, Mike, always in the box, C-split player to that side. Okay, so now we can handle it. Now if we got that, we can play speed option over there, okay? So that's why I like not playing the free safety high the majority of the time. Again, we do play some man free, so we can play it that way, all right? So there's a lot more of this. We go into a lot more detail. I appreciate you guys coming on, liking our YouTube page, subscribing to it. That's awesome. And we've got a ton of information that we want to get out to you. We're going to do these weekly vlogs on different parts of the 3-3 stack system overload and share as much as we can with you. But get on our YouTube page, check us out, southernchillfootball.com and System Overload. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.